always said we were a mistake, and I appreciate the peace we've made, yeah. But I don't wanna waste time wondering if you're fine, that you couldn't be mine. Now I'm throwing peace signs. Now I'm throwing peace signs. Yeah, now I'm throwing peace signs. Girl, I'll wake up in a minute. You die for love, I'm just living. I'm trying to talk, won't you listen? 'Cause I'll say goodbye when you see when you see this through my eyes now. I don't wanna be where you wanna be, and I don't wanna do shit involving you. 'Cause even if we tried, it'd be a waste of time. So save that for somebody else. They always said we were a mistake, and I appreciate the peace we've made, yeah. But I don't wanna waste time wondering if you're fine, that you couldn't be mine. Now I'm throwing peace signs. Now I'm throwing peace signs. Yeah, now I'm throwing peace signs.
What's up, everybody? This is Eisen here. Chaz, the awesome observer that he is, decided to cut off my boys. They were yelling at him, to me, through me, whatever. I don't know. It's pretty funny. Anyway, welcome, guys, here. Predator Gaming versus the Fundamentals ESEA main. Tonight, I'm going to be joined by Darth Mike. What's up, buddy?
How's it going, man? Ready to cast some Counter-Strike?
Yeah, this should be a good game. So, if those of you guys tuning in, I appreciate you onto the Twitch channel. As you notice, we do have a sub button now, which is pretty cool. Don't expect people to sub at all right now, although we did get 2 for some reason. Oh, you put alerts on? Well, that's kind of crazy. So, Predator, Darf, if you didn't know, although you probably did because we've had this conversation and this entire thing is scripted right now. Lost their first game of the ESEA season a few days ago on Mirage. It was a very close match. We thought that they were going to take it, but in the end, they didn't. They had a massive comeback the game before that. They ended up losing, I think, 13 rounds in a row on their T side. And then they came back. The other team came back, ties it up, and then they actually took it in overtime. So this game was much closer during the rounds. You know, it was a lot of back and forth. Predator was having just crazy economic issues on their CT side. They were forcing up constantly. They never had a pool of money. The rounds they needed to win, they were losing, or they would win them, but they lose everybody but one guy, and they were constantly having a buyout. And their economy essentially was just in shambles, and that was probably the reason why they lost that match. But other than that, I mean, their aim was good. The battles were super intense. I mean, both teams were really skilled. It was a good game, actually. It wasn't boring at all. But I just think some of the if they would have saved a few of those rounds, I think they might have pulled off, in my opinion. But who knows?
Well, we'll see if they can take the lessons of last game through to this one.
Maybe. I've yet to see a cobblestone game. This should be interesting. What are these call outs now? Right?
Wait,
There's do you call it mid or do you call it water? Like where the truth is right now? Because I associate mid with drop.
yeah,
But then most people say drop is drop, not mid.
yeah, that's ramp. The hill area is ramp or hill. In there is mid.
What if they're in that little corridor?
Well, then that's mid or corridor. Some people call it corridor or mid, and then there's mid door. There's danger, which is the little room with the stairs. And then long A out here on the balcony.
So where the hell am I getting water from?
I don't know. I don't think there's any water on this map.
There used to be water down there.
Well, there is no more.
So I'm wondering if that's just was my own interpretation of what that area was called. But I swear other people would say water. Maybe I'm crazy. Anybody in chat know? I have no idea. Chaz, come on.
Chaz is whispering in our ears.
God. Yeah, it's like God talking to us.
The voice in our heads. It's weird that other people can hear the voice in my head, you know? Not normal.
Right? Yeah, me and you share a similar voice. Chaz's voice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm super pumped up though. I mean, Predator's been doing a really good job this season. It's been very entertaining to watch them too. We have a couple clients that are in Maine, and all of these teams are just excellent. It's such a refresher from what we were doing a long time ago with CSGM and these just terrible subpar teams. And it was just pug match after pug match after pug match, and to be involved with these teams now that are actually using strats, execute strats and defense strats, rotate strats. They actually have strategy. There's like set things they're doing. There's set smokes they do. There's, each person has a specific role. Like it's much easier to cast those types of games as well.
Yeah, and it's the game the way it was meant to be played.
Other than people just running around, doing random things all the time. You're like, what the hell is going on?
5P90 Rush B.
Right. That's a valid strategy sometimes.
Sometimes it is. Works more often than it should.
So yeah, the Dreamboat, we are going to be doing a giveaway. I'm not sure what it's going to be. We were going to do it when we got 10 subs. Now I don't know when that's going to be. It could be a month from now. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it is going to be a thing. We'll probably make a sticky post on our Twitter. The giveaway will be worth more than what we would get for the subs, right? So 10 subs is what, $25 or something. So I'll probably do like a $50 giveaway, to be honest, because I think it's like a really big thing for us to be in this category now. With I know we're still affiliates, we're not partnered yet, but to have a sub button and to see the support that people have been giving us for over 2 years now at CSGM, I don't think you'd be that out of line to have a big giveaway. But we'll see. We'll see what it is. I haven't been in the game a while, dude. Like, what's the new skins out there? Like, what's the new have to have AK?
To be honest, I've never followed the skins market that much. I sort of appreciate them when they come my way, but I think my inventory is probably worth about $3. So I'm not up to date on the latest need to have skins.
Dude, that's terrible, man.
I know. I just
Skins to win, dude. The more see, watch this team right here on the right is going to win the knife round because they
Yeah.
have more expensive knives.
that seems like how it works.
Scientific fact. 75 men spent 12 years studying this shit in the Swiss Alps, and it's proven.
Seems like your prediction is wrong.
Well, you never
The
know.
worst knife to win.
That's what happens when you bet against Predator.
There you go. Spin it around. That's what we call the economic revolution.
Right.
Crappier
So
knives.
let's talk
win.
about this buy. What are these guys going to do? What's your thoughts here?
So we've got 4 sets of armor coming out on the CT, and the all-important kit bought 2 flashes, which will allow them to maybe take some aggressive peeks. The buy hasn't come out for Predator yet. We're seeing some armor come out. There's a smoke and a flash, which indicates that they have an idea for how they'd like to use it. Manta doesn't seem to have bought anything, which is an interesting decision, but I may be saving up for something in the second round. So we will see how the smoke gets deployed. That'll really tip the hand as to what they plan to do.
Well, look at this. A little bit of action already, pulling the rotate from the fundamentals over to the B site. Unbeknownst to them, Bomb is sitting over there in drop. Or no, what did you say it was? Water. No.
It's not water. That's you can
Tunnels.
call that a main or a main door.
Get
a
right.
door.
They're in Get right now. No, wrong map. I think this execute was a little too slow. I mean, obviously they didn't know the fundamentals pulled off A that fast. But, you know, you're going to do something like that on pistol round. It's unlikely it's going to be a slow play B like that. They're not just going to engage long distance against that USP. So now this could actually come back to haunt them. Nice shot from Empathy. Taking out the dome of Manta. These guys are kind of stuck in the crossfires here as the bomb drops over there. Mid doors. Glow on the push. Does manage to get one. So 2 guys fall in the medals here, but it's going to be Glow and the Truth all by themselves. Trying to pick up that bomb, and I think that was a big mistake they made. They should have made the play there on A earlier. I mean, do you think that could have been successful?
I absolutely think so. They had a mostly empty site, but they were just too hesitant clearing drop and clearing the doors there. Really cautious about when to peek in, and that really came back to bite them. As by the time they got through the site and cleared the corners, there were 3 players waiting for them on A, and their lurk was caught off and drop and isolated. So whatever their strategy was, they really didn't get the chance to put it into play. But now with 4 sets of armor and some Tech 9s coming out, we'll see if the rapid running style works out for them. Manta, again, choosing not to go for armor and just go for the pistol and a smoke. Clearly saving up, I guess, for that AWP in the buy round. Now they'll come flooding onto the site, get 2 quick kills. Sherps trades 1 back. But with 2 players dropped and the bomb going down, this is absolutely going the way of Predator Gaming. A bomb plant and some kills out of this round is more than enough for them. And so now just 2 FAMAS is left to retake this site. A rifle and a UMP picked up on the Predator side. The rifle playing could be deadly here. Gets the first kill onto Welly. That's 4play dropping him. And now it's just left to Spark to draw this round back, and he'll get dropped by the UMP of MX. So that round, the force-up, the eco round, going the way of Predator Gaming to set the economic advantage early.
Yeah, it was a big round because now you can almost consider it's going to be 3-1 here. It's going to be a double save more than likely on the side of fundamentals. I mean, this pistol armor buy could come out successful, but if they lose this one, they're still going to have to save twice. I don't think loss bonus will kick in enough for them to get it anything other than, you know, crappy utility and no head armor. type of buys. That first round could have went the other way, but it didn't matter as they're pushing in now. Empathy with one. Sherps does get another. Glow falls. Good Welly there, 16 health. Gets tagged down by Manta, and they're making their way onto the B site now. Rotate is going to be coming in. 5-7s did do work there with Glow and Truth going down. Nice shot from MX. Looks like Sparks and company are doing a little booty boost up and drop. Trying to draw their attention some other ways. Bomb does get planted. And what is that? Okay there. 53 health. Kind of stuck behind the box. He managed to land a dome here. Another kill from the 5-7. All down to 4-play.
Now 4-play.
Chance here. They picked up a Galil. He's going to rush him with this 5-7 now. Chicken coop. He's going to be able to tag him down. That was a huge round.
Yeah, it just goes right back. Predator Gaming was quick to take the aggression, and they ran right into a 4-man stack. And going through the blender, they looked worse for the wear. And that just really swings right back. You thought they picked up the momentum, and no. Rounds traded back and forth. So we'll see if the force comes out once more for Predator. It looks like it's going to. They've got the money saved from winning that eco round. So the AKs will come out. Looks like it's a Tech 9 on Glow and a Deagle on the Truth. So a broken buy here going up against 4 rifles and a UMP. A lot of utility on the fundamental side should allow them to control the clock a lot better, control the pace, and prevent Predator from getting the fast execute they seem to favor. MX offering a blood sacrifice to the gods, stabs Truth in the back as they run out, but Glow's already got on at the site. He's got himself a kill by Statue. He'll get traded out by Sherps, but 4-play takes it back. Jumping through smoke, Manta will get dropped. He falls right into the rifle of Sparks, which is not a comfortable thing to land on. MX throwing his molly out is going to try and control this site as they play the post plant here. 3 rifles, or 2 rifles and a UMP, sorry, trying to clear their way onto the site, pick up some heads. Meanwhile, MX is going to drop Sparks, peeking around the box, and Welly, coming around on the flank, is going to take 2 down. Now the players have been cleared, and the round is going the way of fundamentals. Site control in a post plant is not enough to win it.
It's pretty huge, man. You know, one of the things I noticed about Predator, especially the last several games I've watched for them, is they managed to get the bomb down a lot on their T side. Their last match they played on Mirage, all 15 rounds on T side they got the bomb planted every single time. And one of the problems they were having is just fending off the retake. They were losing a lot of guys on the push, and they didn't have enough utility, or there wasn't enough people alive, or they had too low of health, or they didn't have the proper weapons. It was just always a circumstance after circumstance, and they just were unable to hold off the retakes a lot of times. So big shot there from the Truth already. Molotov going to slow things down a bit. He takes a lot of damage. 7 HP left on the Truth. Not enough for here. Welly in a good spot by cannons. Shots are coming out from all around. MX super low. 37 HP on him. Managed to put Sherps in a 1v2. Make that a 1v1. Bomb drops. And now Glow going to be behind him with this Galil. Full HP for both of them. Spots him out. Land that headshot, baby. Engagement not going to happen for him. In the favor of Sherps. Good round for fundamentals. 4-1 on the board. And Predator now kind of broke.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for them. It seems like they've been sort of selling out to get onto the site, using a lot of their utility and rushing forward and taking the engagements. But this round, that may be in their favor, as all they've got is some upgraded pistols, some flashbangs, and a smoke. If they can get a plant out of this, that'll help the economy going forward. But regardless, with the loss bonus coming out, they should have a comfortable buy going into the next round. So we finally see them take a real eco round, even with the upgraded pistols. It will be good to see a full buy on both sides. And Sparks and Empathy are going to get this started early, dropping 3 quickly in the drop room and on the B site. Predator 4-play is going to take one back, but he quickly gets dropped in trade, and now it's just MX alone with a P250. Grenades sailing in to finish him off, and Sherps will get the Kobe.
Crisp, clean lock, boys. Somebody's cheating. Statistically, one person in every game is cheating in Counter-Strike. I read a Reddit post, and Reddit's never wrong.
Reddit is never wrong. Between Reddit and Twitch chat, we just have all the truth.
Oh, yeah. There's so much knowledge between those two social media outlets that it's overwhelming at times.
We should honestly just start outsourcing all decisions.
I think Google crawls Reddit and Twitch chat for 99% of the like the algorithms for when you Google something. It's all pulled from Twitch chat and Reddit. I'm quite sure about that.
Twitch plays Google.
Yeah, I heard that on Twitch chat. That's how I know that.
That's how you know it's true, though.
Right. So finally, we got a big round here, number 7 of this first half. Fundamentals leading 5-1, but we are going to see an op in the hand of foreplay. Finally, thank God. This guy's nutty with this thing, and about time he gets one in his hands. So big buys out for both teams. Not too much left on the side of utility for Predator, but should be enough. MX with this creepy crawly. This is what I was telling you. This guy's all over the map with the bomb, taking shots, taking duels. He doesn't care. Not quite committed on what they want to do, but it looks like it is going to be a B play here. I'm assuming that Manta is going to push in to draw some attention any minute here.
I don't think Foreplay's realized that Epathy is pushed so far up, and this peek's going to come out here, and he catches him off guard. So that's the upper dropped, and that's the aggressive position drop, which denies them a lot of map knowledge. They've got Manta over here lurking by long, and he might be able to clue his teammates into the fact that there's not too much presence on A, and he's going to do that as we see the T's rotate back.
Well, I think they might have heard those footsteps, because if you look at Sherps, he kind of like started to head over toward door a little bit here. They're sensing something's up right now. He's going to go give his teammate a little bit of support. This engagement's about to go in their way now. MX does get the first shot. Sherps follows it up. Bomb drops. And right now, he's the only man on the site, but doing a great job from window. Getting 2 of them. Bomb should get planted now. 4 seconds left. They don't have much time, and it's all down to the truth with an AK to Dream. Sherp's still up in the window now, trying to fend off this guy. No, not enough for him. Thought it was going to be a 3K. This is a huge round if Predator picks this one up. Epathy just needs to take his time, and there it is. Don't be on the truth. He falls. That's going to be 6 now on the board for Fundamentals.
Yes, it is. The player who opens the round closes it. That was an excellent positioning from Epathy to really open up the platform there and deny them what looked to be their original plan. Forced Predator to improvise as they went, and that just didn't work out so well. They got the early entry, but then got torn apart crossing over to the site. This round, they'll again have a good buy and comfortable utility coming out for both sides. Kits all over the place. 5 smokes to work with on the T side. So hopefully a strong execute here. It looks like they're going to go for early B platform control. Epathy's going to contest this, but blinded out. He's going to have to hop into the corner. He gets the first kills that come through. The second, as the players don't even check his position. He's going to pick up a third before they take him down. Glow finally stemming the bleeding and dropping him, but Sherps will trade that right back out. Now it's all down to MX alone with the bomb. He doesn't even actually have the bomb. He hasn't picked it up yet, and he's going to get dropped trying to retrieve it. Sherps cleaning up with a solid 2K in the round.
Yeah, I get dominated right now, I have to tell you. I mean, a lot of people think this, with the changes that were made, you know, what was that, maybe 6-8 months ago here, that it kind of favors the T side, especially aggressive pushes on the B. Because I think with the particular spawn, the terrorists can actually get there right before a CT can get to Broken Wall. So you usually see a lot of engagements in that area and fast play towards B, because it seems to be a more favorable site to take. But right now, it's just not working out for them. They've been trying everything they can. Shots coming out. Ock gets 1, but he gets domed by the Glock. Look at this backup from Welly. Not enough for 2, though. He's so low. 4 HP left on Manta, as the rest of the squad on Fundamentals is going to be pushing onto the A site. 2 men out of window. Nice shot from Sherps taking out Manta here. So Foreplay the Truth stuck long A with that bomb. It's only a matter of time for it to get mowed down. Count Truth out just yet, but not looking very favorable for him at this point. 2 smokes left on Fundamental. Truth at 79 HP. No head armor. M4 doing work, though. Epathy falls. Flank from Sparks coming in. Truth senses something's up. See who wins this battle. And there goes Sparks. Jeez, Fundamentals. What can they do?
They're doing work here. It seems like they're winning the individual aim duels on the Predator side, but they just can't seem to get onto a site without just losing tons of players. So then when they do get the bomb down, there's just nothing left to control the post plan. I think if they used utility a little more aggressively to get onto the site, you know, smoking off players, flashing players, mollying players out of position, it might allow them to get onto the site with a few more men alive, you know, a little more manpower to just crunch onto the site. Foreplay through the smoke. Someone call Valve, because Vec needs to get on that case.
Yeah, he's coming online. That dude does that a lot. He has some great positioning with his gun.
That was dirty.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He does some sick stuff with that up. Look at this crazy smokes and flashes. A lot of utility being spent here just to take ramp area in the mid. Boost here by foreplay is pretty cheeky, but unfortunately, he's going to be tucked in. This is looking good for Predator, though.
Absolutely, using that extra utility to clear some positions. They dropped 2 players early. There was that shot through smoke, which is obviously a brutal punch to the jaw to start fundamentals round. So Predator, with the advantage early, is going to slow down, see if they can catch another player getting aggressive and get them off guard. They've got their lurker in drop room, who's going to back off now. Well, as I say that, he goes for the move. And as they crunch onto the A site, there's 2 players here to meet him. That's going to be Sparks and Welly, ready to defend a 4-man push. One of them's been found out dancing around the APC. He's going to get dropped by Manta. Second player playing out cannons. He's going to drop Manta. Glow, meanwhile, trades out Sherps, and that's going to be the second round on the board for Predator Gaming. First gun round they can get.
Yeah, much needed for them. Foreplay getting that first pick was huge. It kind of threw the fundamentals off. They didn't really know what site they were going to take. I mean, typically your op's going to be backed up, so they didn't have a lot of people there. And then once they kind of realized there was no action taking place, they started to rotate out, put 2 on A. But then there was just a huge commitment with utility just to take control of mid and long A by Predator, and it really worked out for them. Able to get that frag down by ramp and able to push onto the site.
Somewhat surprising here, after winning, I think 7 rounds in a row, the fundamentals are already back onto a broken buy. No comfortable economy to fall back on. 2 players on pistols and armor, and that is a lot harder to pull off on the CT side where you can't really choose your duels.
Dude, look at this. Look at this position Welly's in, dude. He's one of those guys. That's the kind of guy you don't invite to a party, man. A little sneaky.
It's going to work out for him in the boost as the players come around. They've already lost 1 player and seen that player duck into danger, which may distract them from checking drop. But they're thinking better of it. Predator Gaming players are just going to pull back, take a different approach. Getting antsy here. He's going to abandon his sneaky spot, and they're going to start rotating over towards the A site. Taking an aggressive position will allow him to clue them in if they start to come back towards A. But now the Predator team seems like they're headed right into the waiting maw of the fundamentals. 3 players waiting to greet them, setting up some crossfires. 1 player running drop. Looks like OKC is not quite ready to commit to this B site, but as the first player drops, that's foreplay taken down. Glow will trade it back. Sherp's getting 1 more before Manta drops him. And so now the site is Predators. They've got the utility to get this plant down comfortably. Smoke's picked up. Flashes to work with to time their peaks. And a smoke's going to come out from fundamentals as they push back out. This flank a possibility, but they call for it. And Manta's going to drop Welly as he creeps around through the back holes. And OK said is going to try and retake this bomb site, dropping a smoke to give himself cover. Going for the defuse, he's going to get dropped. MX takes the round, so that's a 3rd on the board for Predator, and they're starting to get some momentum built.
Okay, so Cruz, if he's in chat, is this fucking Welly from CSGM? Welly? It must be, if Cruz is saying go Welly. This guy used to play in our leagues, in our tournaments, like 2 years ago. In our 10-mans, that are casted 10-mans when we first started out. That's who this Welly guy is.
Ah, old history here.
Yeah, small world.
Walk down memory lane.
Yeah, it's Welly, he says. Cool. Well, full pistol buy coming out for fundamentals here without anything other than a USP. Predator Gaming, once again, picked up a nice little round here. They have to be careful here because they don't have a lot of cash at all. There's a good pick from foreplay. That guy has gotten the entry frag 3 rounds in a row now. And maybe not entry frag, but first pick, rather. As it looks like they're going to be going over to the B site now, full bore. No stopping this train. Nice shot. Foreplay gets another one. Pistols are stacked up on A site by Rock and Tree. Ain't much time left here as they both drop. So Apathy going to be the last man standing, and unscathed Predator Gaming picks that one up. Big round for them.
Absolutely. Keeping 5 alive means that they're really not going to have to worry too much about the economy going through these next couple of rounds. And if they pick up 1 or 2 more, they won't need to worry about it for the rest of the half. So that's absolutely crucial for them. And so now you see the comfortable buy come out. Full utility on every player. All the toys in the toolbox to work with. They can exact their plan on this map. 4Play going aggressive back towards platform. Had a lot of success here last round. Looks like he's going to try and test it again. Playing a little more passive, not going for that really aggressive position we saw him take over towards stairs. His other teammates choosing to get a little more passive. It seems like they're answering the aggression of fundamentals by early round non-aggression. Wait for them to peak, wait for them to overextend, take ahead, and then react based on that. And it's been working out for them for the last few rounds. We've got 3 in a row at this point, and they're looking to extend that run. Challenging drop now. Glow's going to take down Sparks. That's the first kill. That's the opener. So now Drop's wide open. The middle of the map is going to be pressured as 2 Predator Gaming players pour into the drop room. Peeking around, OKC gets the read on it. Drops Glow, but does he expect the second player? He does not. Is going to get his tushy tickled as he flees. Now, dropping the rotate. Welly, though, from a sneaky spot, again, is going to drop 2 as they come through before he gets taken down. Now we're down to a 1v1. Bomb will go down. Sherps can't deny this, but MX is going to have to play the retake. And he doesn't know where they're coming from. Oh!
Yeah, saw that coming. I don't know why people do that. You know? Like, just stay tucked in. Like, why peek there? You're good at Counter-Strike. Tell me why. Maybe somebody in chat. Like, your post-plant there, it's a 1v1. You know the other guy's at least taking some damage. You don't know what he's lit for or whatever. Like, why take the engagement, especially, you know, like peeking balcony there? Like, why don't you just stay tucked in?
So there's a few possible things. If he didn't know if the other player had any utility, and since he was so low, a nade or a molly might have forced him out and actually dropped him right by the bomb. So he was probably trying to take a slightly better position. He also didn't have any information about where the player would be coming from. So maybe he's just trying to go for that jiggle peek and get info on the player. But now with another buy round coming in, the site's already been taken by Predator, just given up by the fundamentals. Empathy, all that's here to greet them. And he's going to quickly be disposed of as they take 2 and take the site. 3 rifles left alive. Well, he's going to take 1 down near Coop, but it's possible they might just want to retreat in this round and save what they have. That won't happen, though, as Manta takes down Sparks, and now the remaining 2 players playing around Rock are going to challenge him. Manta takes another, dropping Welly. He's having a great round, and he'll take a 3rd. It's a solid 3K defense from Manta.
Yeah, big round from them. I think Predator's kind of getting their groove on right now, trying to figure out what they were doing the first few rounds. I think they got it now. They're going to get that op back in the hands of 4Play more than likely here. See if we can get some early picks. So pistol buy armor on the side of fundamentals. Obviously, it's going to be the last round of this half here as they're trying to end this 9-6. It wouldn't be the worst case scenario, but definitely not optimal, especially if the fundamentals have a really good T side. And like I was saying before, some people would argue that this map is slightly T-sided now, but I think it really depends on the teams, I suppose. I know for a fact that Predator's CT side is really aggressive, so that could play in their favor. Well, I guess we'll have to see. You know, one thing about Welly is that round that they won, round number 13, he was kind of the MVP there. He was in that sneaky little cheeky spot and was able to pick off 2 of those guys, leaving it into a 1v2 at the end. And, you know, from what I know about that guy, he is just a fantastic Counter-Strike player. The guy is really, really good. There's a guy that used to play here, too, called Cruz, who used to everybody thought Cruz was good. Then Welly came around. Welly was on the same team as Cruz, and then Cruz got kicked off because he's terrible. I'm just taking shots here at Cruz.
Yeah, I sort of got picked up on that. So the early man advantage went the way of fundamentals in this round, actually. But then once they started to move on to site, Predators just cleared the pistol players out. Now it's just Sherps alone, and they know his position. And the op's going to take him down. So that's a 9-6 half. Fundamentals leading, which isn't great for Predator, but is certainly better than it was looking when it was 8-1.
Yeah, definitely a big thing here. Like I said, it's going to be a lot different here. All the games I've casted for Predator, their CT side has always been aggressive. That MX player I was telling you about tends to lurk around the map quite a bit. He's very aggressive. 4-play generally switches up his positions almost every round. He's never, oh, I'm playing op at at chicken coop he's all over the place, and pretty much everybody's kind of all over the map. They have very different styles on their CT side. They change it up constantly, trying to throw the terrorist sides off, and they refute a lot of bomb plants. Most of the teams that they've been up against do not get the bomb planted down that often. Even if the terrorists end up winning a round against them, they generally win it in name duels. They don't get the bomb down.
So now we see the players coming out aggressive. They're going to be flooding out a long, catching MX off guard. They're going to take out onto the site, but there's 2 players here to greet them, and Glow's going to drop a player quickly. Get traded out, but he takes a kill first. Epathy opening up the site for them. 2 quick kills for him. And now, OK Sid is going to be taking the engagement bomb down. 2 players left to try and reclaim it. They can use the USP advantage at range, but they're quickly going to get overwhelmed if they let these players settle into their post-plant spots. Knowing where the players are coming from, they're just going to pick them off at range, popping out, frustrating them, taking down Manta. Now it's just Welly alive, and he will clean it out. That's Predator drop down. So that's the pistol round going the way of fundamentals, and considering the lead we have here, that could be crucial.
Yeah. 10-6, it depends on what happens here. I mean, the bomb not getting planted, not going to have that extra cash, so you are going to see a force buy. So look at this, AK coming out here. Big rifle buy. They're not taking any chances. They don't want to deal with these 5.7 armor up close. Unbeknownst to them, nobody has armor on the team, just a bunch of nades trying to stack it out. So they're just going to shred to the side of Predator here once the engagement starts. It's unlikely these USPs are going to win this round. So they're going for a big buy on 4. They don't want to take any chances not having full utility on the 4th round of this half.
Absolutely, and it looks like Predator is going to opt to go for the gamble play, stacking 4 and even 5 towards B and just sort of giving up the A site. Fundamentals have been playing fairly passive on the A side, and it looks like they're going to run straight into the stack. If they went for an information play early on, they might have figured out that the site was completely open. But instead, OK is just going to take some shots over towards Pit, try and push the player off as these nades come in, do a little bit of chip damage, but nothing substantial. Sherps takes the first kill. 4-play manages to trade it back and get a rifle. Manta takes down Sherps as well. Now it's a 3v3. There's a rifle retrieve. No armor still on Predator's side. It's going to make this difficult. Manta left alone on the platform. 2 low players, though. With the pistol, well, he catches him off.
That still wasn't that bad. I mean, considering how much money the fund spent there, they're still going to have to dig in their pocket for this one. They're probably going to assume at this point it's going to be another full save. So I don't know how big the upgrades are going to be. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to see some SMGs come out. Khalil's getting passed back and forth. And they're probably not going to commit too much on utility here. Sherp's not buying anything. If we take a look at the scoreboard right now, Sherp's on a 20 bomb already. Everybody else on the server in double digit except for OK, but he's right behind with 8 frags. But it looks like the side of Predator, I mean, everybody's doing work.
They've been doing a great job of getting kills even in rounds they lose, which has kept the economy fairly honest for the fundamentals. But this is a round to farm up cash. Sherp's going for that Mac 10, tells me he's going to be the aggressive player, try and really just catch them off. And it looks like he may not even have to do that as the fundamentals push onto B site and realize there's no one here to greet them. The site is left all alone on its lonesome. And so the bomb will go down, and we'll see if Predator even tries to retake it.
Yeah, they got kind of unlucky on that there 50-50 gamble. Mowed down Welly. No, not for 3. Taking the duel against 4-play. Bad idea. Any range with that P250, knocking him out. There's that money you were talking about. Sherp's picking up. MX last man standing. Nice. Look at that stat track pistol, dude. That's nice.
It's just beautiful.
This Sherp's bum ass Mac 10 here. 2 kills for him. Another, was that $1,600 in his pocket he picked up for those kills. He's got a ton of cash. Now 2 ops coming out the side of Predator. They're not playing around here. That's what they were saving for.
Absolutely. Figure if it's getting this late in the game and nothing's been working so far, throw 2 ops at it. That's the solution.
Well, both these guys, I haven't seen Manta play. I think he might be one of the substitutes for tonight. So I don't know what his skill level is with this op, but It's anything close to foreplay, they should be able to hold these guys off as long as their positioning's proper. Fundamentals look like they're going to be stacking up, going for an A take here. MX in a good spot right now. Seems to be falling off. That nade should do a little damage to these guys. Big nade! Ton of damage there. I'm not quite sure what the execute is here. Shots coming out. Welly does get that first pick. Op from foreplay gets one. Getting flanked from behind. Ain't going to matter. No scope for him. Welly gets a trade, but not enough for two. Sherp's there for the backup. So 2-2 right now. Bomb yet to get planted. Oh no, that's huge for them. Truth falls, and now it's all down to Manta with the op. I really don't have any idea where he's going to be coming from here, so this could be an advantage for Predator.
Could be, but the op is a little tricky to do in a 1v2.
Oh, he spotted
catches the first player off, misses the shot, and gets dropped.
Did he even take the op shot?
He did. He hit the wall instead of the player.
I was going to say, he saw his AK sticking out there. I mean, what do you do here if you're Predator? 6-13, it's getting down to business here. I mean, loss bonus is kicking up. You're at 3K. Do you buy?
I think you have to save, because if they buy in this, it's going to be a broken buy, and if they lose it, they basically have given up map point. So they've got to, they save in this one, they probably give up the 14th round, but then they've got a 2-round cushion to try and take it to either the tie or the win. Now that's a lot to ask of any team, but it at least gives them more than one chance.
Well, Truth trying to take some shots with this D gear. He probably could land this thing. Well, a little bit of damage there. Okay, takes little tickles to the arm with that deagle, down to 58. There's have two guys poking around long right now, making sure there's no pistol pushes from behind. Looks like they're changing their minds here as they pass through Dragon Lore, heading over to the 8th site. Welly, no fool here, taking a bit of damage himself, but he knows somebody's up close with this P250. He doesn't want to take the fight. There he is. MX pushes the issue and loses his life for it. And now if they push onto the site right now, it's going to be uncontested. Not one Predator guy over on the A site right now. Good shot from Glow, take it down OC. From long distance though, Welly on 16 HP, still staying alive. Posted up by cannons right now. He's looking pretty healthy here. Manta did pick up an AK, so he's probably just going to vacate.
That's exactly the move.
I don't see any reason why he wouldn't want to. You want to get as much cash as possible, because like we were talking about, they don't have that much money, and they need everything they can. I mean, it's getting down to the wire. It's going to be 6-14 here. Round away from match point. The Truth setting up for some exit frags, but I don't think they're going to go that way. They're going to go through the path they've already cleared. Nice shot from Apathy. Taking out the head of Glow. And the Truth falls. This guy's Sherps, man. He's on something. He's on the gear, boys. 24 frags for him right now. Leading the pack on this scoreboard here. Welly right behind him with 19. And this is just 5 rounds uncontested T-side. Predator, come on. Let's get some Predator hype in the chat, boys.
Looks like they're going to go back to that double op setup with the money they gained from last round. That gun saved. They've got the cash to go through with this, but this is really banking on this round. They've got 3,800 banked on Manta, so he'll be able to buy a teammate in the next round if they lose this as well. But that would seem to be the last straw, as it were. And now these double ops watching for the plat play. He's going to catch the first, miss the shot though. That's not the way you want to start this out. So the players are going to come streaming onto site. The wall of smokes letting them take the site with little contestation. Now coming back around, Manta's going to try and get aggressive, correct the sins of his earlier missed shot. And he's going to be punished for it. Sparks dropping one, dropping the second, having himself a great round so far, taking down more players. Now 4play alone takes one down. But he's just got to save this off through to the next round. They're going to have to play for the tie.
Yeah, this is just bad news bears here. That first pick that Manta missed was huge. That could have completely changed the outcome of this round. It looked like he had him though. I think maybe he moved or something, like right before he took the shot, because on my screen, GoTV anyway, he was in the crosshairs when the op went off. So I don't know why the bullet didn't register there. I didn't even see where it hit either, so they're hunting him down, though. Look at this. They're on him like flies on you-know-what. They do not want him to keep this up. 4play does miss the first shot, follows it up. He knows they're on him right now. They want that op out of his hands. Match point here for the fundamentals, man. Not looking good for Predator.
That's 9 potential match points they would have to win. This is a tall ask of any team, and Predator has not been feeling it on the CT side this game.
Yeah, they haven't picked up a single round on their CT side.
No, and they haven't been having much impact either. You can see the bank's ridiculously built up on the T side. Well, not ridiculous, but certainly starting to cash. Foreplay is going to leg Sparks there. That almost was the kill shot. And now the players are going to creep up long, trying to answer to that aggression. He'll go over to meet them. He's feeling it. He's got this op that he saved from the last round. We'll see if he can make his mark.
It's all on the line, man. They got to get something done right now. A little bit of a sneaky play from MX coming up from behind. And I just don't see a lot of movement out of him previous maps that he's been on. Maybe it's just because Cobblestone is the type of map where terrorists essentially have 90% map control at the beginning of the round, similar to Overpass.
Predator taking the first kill on the round. He's going to get the second as well as they come out long. MX going to help clean it up, taking down 2. Will eventually get dropped, but now it's Welly alone with 2 health. He's going to get the bomb down, but now it's a 4-on-1 retake. And the slightest breeze will run him down. Glow, being that slight breeze, is going to take him down, and the site will be controlled. So that's the first of 9 map points, going the way of Predator Gaming in their first round on the CT side.
Before this game's over, guys, or right when it ends, we've got some cool announcements coming up regarding the CSGM Battle Cup that we're going to be having very soon. It's going to be a tournament with prize pools, possibly some gear from ESEA. So you guys want to stay tuned for that information right after this match. But here we go. A lot of rounds to go, though, for Predator. The best I could hope for at this point is getting into OT. Looks like the hate train's coming in right now over to B-side. It looks like it is going to be a fast-paced, blazing trail. Smokes, flashes, everything coming out right now. Manta's still tucked in. But he's going to get ended by Empathy. So these CTs are going to be coming onto the site right now, all stacked up on Rog. Look at Empathy just pushing through, trying to get some information. MX and Glow get the 2 quick kills. Nice shot from Truth. Sparks all by himself, left off on Platt. But that bomb is ticking away right now. She's going to get 1, so it's only a matter of time before they take him out. They just need to be careful here, not lose any more weapons. Big round for Predator. And taking a look at the cash side on the fundamentals, with that bomb plant, they're still going to be able to get a buy off. And it'll be a decent buy.
Absolutely. Doesn't take much to get a buy going on the T side. And with 6 rounds in a row, they've got some nice reserves to draw back on. So the AKs are going to come out again, and they've got an op as well. A lot of utility to execute with. And the grueling trial that has been this CT half continues for Predator Gaming as they try and get another on the board. That's 2 in a row. So keeping the counter going. 7 map points left. But they've begun. So far, so good on this trial.
Who's on trial, dude?
Predator Gaming. They've got 9
I'm
jurors.
innocent, I tells you. I did do nothing. That bomb over there, hanging out in Dragon Lore. They're taking it slow now. That rush play did not work for them. They ended up getting the bomb down, but Predator boys were on point with that. They knew exactly what was going down. So I think they're going to slow things down a bit. I mean, their money right now is kind of broke, but I mean, they have a lot of rounds to work with. And worst case for them, they go into OT.
Certainly, locking that map point up early is always got to take the pressure off. But you have to wonder if, to a certain degree, the pressure's been taken off a little too much, if they've gotten a little complacent here. Not quite expecting the resistance to come out of Predator. So we'll see if they can manage to close things out here.
Oh, man.
Okay, he's going to open that up. That shot onto Manta, just a pinprick he could see.
Yeah, there was only a couple pixels there, dude.
That's certainly not the start that Predator wanted to this round. They're going to stack up towards B and take their chances here. Yeah,
that pick forced to rotate. Not quite sure. I would think fundamentals would have maybe switched sides, to be honest here, but they are going to be pushing on in. MX and company doing work a little bit here. Sherps does get 1. MX got 2. Get pushed from Rock, ran out of ammo, but from behind, Glow with the M4 knocks him dead. Bomb does get planted. Better reload that thing, baby. Our guy with the first pick. Oh! This is huge, man. This could be it right here. 1v1, 12 HP left. The bomb's planted. Nice shot from foreplay. Don't take it Abdul against that man. You will lose every time.
His name may be foreplay, but this round he finished it. And coming into it, that is going to keep him alive.
Nice.
Took you a moment there, right? All right. So he's going to keep their hope alive in this round. 2 ups coming out again for Predator's side. They'll use those to anchor the site probably. And the pause is going to come out here. I'm going to guess that's a tactical pause from fundamentals.
Yeah, smart pause. I mean, the motivation was coming in. The momentum was pushing through. You know, they're going to probably question their buy here. Like, hey, look, you know, we got plenty of money. We can buy down to Tech 9 armor, still be around 2,500 plus. And with the loss bonus, they're going to get a full buy next round if they do happen to lose this one. But, you know, we saw them with the pistols on their CT side, and those guys were holding their own. You know, and Tech 9 pretty even to the 5.7, if not better, arguably. So, I mean, they still could pick this round up, especially if it's super aggressive. They know there's 2 ops over there hanging out on A site. So this could work out in their favor if they play this one fast through drop. Maybe split over to A. Not quite sure.
Absolutely. With these Tech 9s, I mean, the momentum play can just catch an opponent off. They can use the Molotovs to slow down the initial rush. Looks like they were trying to flood out a drop, and that's going to be slowed down. Manta trying to take the initial peaks, going to get pushed back by these Tech 9s, but still with the range. Glow with a running headshot there. Going to take down the first player. Epathy takes 1, but gets traded out. Truth, Manta defending himself on Plat's going to take 1, but he can't take the second. And now it's Willie alone. He's picked up the AWP. He has armor to play with, but he doesn't have bomb, and he doesn't have anywhere to go.
Well, in these types of situations, Welly is pretty dangerous, and these guys know that. Plus, they don't want to lose any more guns. They want to keep their economy built up. I know, actually, it doesn't matter if they lose, but they need to have money when they win this round to make sure that everybody gets buys. Because if you look at the cash right now, foreplay $400, the truth $1,400. So they absolutely have to keep these guns. They can't afford to lose anymore. So I really like this play here from Predator, playing very passive, not trying to engage Welly at all. I mean, look at this. He's out. They don't even know he's gone. You know, they're just still hunkered down. They're not taking any chances that he faked. Because I'm sure the fundamentals know how.
Absolutely. And, you know, just with the way this is set up, with the way the cash has been going.
Oh, I DC'd. Are you still in game?
I am still in game.
Oh, I lagged out.
All right.
Disconnect issue.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep talking until Heisen can hop back in here. Minor technical difficulties. Well, he's going to keep it alive, and it's actually not that big of a boost to his team. I mean, it is absolutely helpful, but they had plenty of money to buy going into this next round. So you have to wonder whether trying to go for a little bit of extra damage might have actually served them better. Without the round loss bonus to keep it, he will remain at $3,100, but with the gun saved. And the buy is still going to be comfortable for Predator. It's starting to look a little shakier. Predator without the head armor, though that won't matter against AKs and ops. Slightly less utility. They're going to slog through to the next round. That's 4 in a row so far, and only 5 more to go if they want to keep this into overtime. Getting the early pick, Foreplay is going to do a great job there of keeping their hopes alive. Round going the way of Predator so far. Split defense here, and looks like the fundamentals are just going to slow down. Hope for a little aggression. Hope that the taste of blood got them a little excited and moving out quickly. But they're not going to fall into that trap, playing back passively. Looks like the next encounter here might come between MX and Willie over on A. The slope, the site of where this duel will take place. Going to be flashed in. MX is going to try and take the kill, but get dropped by Willie. So now we're back to even Stevens number-wise. The bomb hasn't tipped its hand yet. Looks like it might start creeping towards A. There's 2 players to greet them, but this split defense could quickly get overwhelmed. And it looks like those 2 players are playing fairly passively so that they can cheat back towards B if that's where the hit comes from. And just at the wrong time, it looks like Glow's going to do that and cheat back towards B and check the drop room. And as he does that, OK is going to take down Foreplay, dropping him with a quick headshot from the op. So now the site's been given up. They've only got the 2 players on balcony to defend. Truth's going to open it up, though, taking down Welly. OK is going to take him down in turn. Now, a 2v3, a 1v3, and that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Fundamentals, close it out.
Wow, that early pick there looked so promising for them, and like you said, they rotated off of the A site over to B, and then they got picked and just pushed right in. That little cheeky spot he was hiding in over there by whatever the hole in the wall. I don't know what the hell you call that. What you Counter Strike nerds call that spot, but he was hiding, waiting in the weeds. Ended up getting the kill. So unfortunately, not going to be enough here. 16-10. Predator Gaming now 2 weeks, 2 games for these boys. And I really can't put my finger on what the problem was, but it just seemed like their CT side, especially on Cobble, was just not very solid. I don't know if it was their positioning or the rotates or what, but it seemed like the terrorists just kind of bulldozed their way into wherever site they wanted to. And unfortunately, they weren't able to pick this one up. So congratulations to Fundamentals picking this one up. I think they're 7-1 now. Predator Gaming 6-2, I believe, is their record right now. ESEA 25, season 25. I don't know. That was a good match. That was a good match. So anyway, guys, I want to tell you real quick before you hop off here. Don't leave yet. CSGM is going to be going back to our roots, so to speak. We're going to be hosting tournaments. There might be some modifications. It might evolve rather into a league again. Not quite sure how we're going to play it. A lot of our clients, a lot of the people that we know are in ESEA Maine or SIBO Maine, so they got 2 games a week. They're practicing 2 games a week, so we don't want it to be like a cumbersome, time-consuming thing. But for right now, what we're planning on, this is all speculation at this point. But coming up here within probably a week, I think we're going to finalize the announcement on Twitter tomorrow. So make sure you follow us on Twitter if you guys are interested in any more details on that. But it is going to be a tournament, all best of ones, very small buy-in. 100% of the prize pool goes to the winning team. Azio is going to kick in some gear for the first and second place team as well. And if you guys like the tournaments, if you think we run them well, we're going to cast as many of the games as we can and stream them all on our channels. They're going to start stepping up the gifts and the prize pools for you guys. So we're gonna try to make this at least a monthly thing. I would like to do it more than once a month, twice a month would be preferable, because I know you guys do have some busy schedules and stuff. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, we will be making the full announcements tomorrow regarding the whole thing. So, Darth Mike, thank you very much for casting with me tonight.
Oh yeah, it was a pleasure.
Unfortunately, Predator couldn't swing this one their way, but I'm sure they're going to get back into the groove and figure out what went wrong in this Cobble match, because I think they're going to have another Cobble game this week. So hopefully they can make some, Sunday night. So hopefully they can make some changes. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you all for all your support. Without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this stuff. We do have the sub button now, which is really cool. Huge step for us. Emotes are underway. We're trying to get them finalized and approved and figured out what we want to use for that. And as always, if you guys want to follow any of our social, really appreciate it. Just head over to csgm.tv, and all of the links that you would ever need are there for you. So that's going to be it here for us tonight. This is Eisen and Darth Mike for CSGM, and as always, you frag. We cast. Darth Mike.
We cast.
Yeah, bam, nailed it. See you later, guys.